Hi, it's Katrin from 3Ps. Thank you for joining me. It's a pleasure to have you. I want to talk to you about etiquette in the gym. I think it's really important that when you go into a gym that you know roughly how the land lies. I know a lot of people are put off by the gym because they think there are some unwritten rules that they don't know. So this is about getting on with people in the gym, enjoying the gym environment, and also getting on and not committing any faux pas or doing the wrong thing when you're there, so that you can enter with confidence and just concentrate on your workout. So the areas I want to talk to you about are a classic sort of taking your turn, clearing up after yourself, and general politeness. So we start first with taking your turn. A lot of commercial gyms now, particularly earlier in the week, are quite busy. So Monday, Tuesday can be quite busy, and you may have to wait for equipment. Now, there's an etiquette about that, which is that you need to let whoever's on the equipment do their workout first. So you can't stand and sort of tap your foot or breathe down their neck while they're training. But you obviously make yourself known to them that you're waiting. So the best way to do that is very politely go up to them and say, how many sets have you got left to do? And they may say, I'm almost finished, or they might say, I've got 2-3 sets, or I'm going to be a while, or whatever. And then you probably say to them something like, great, I'll wait, but if you can let me know when you're finished. And then what I would suggest you do, if you can, is then continue your workout but nearby, keeping an eye. And there's an etiquette there for the person that you've asked, that when they are finished, they let you know, and that if there's anybody else who tries to jump in, that you can say, I'm sorry, I've been waiting. So that's the way to get onto equipment politely when somebody else is already on the equipment. As I said, sort of tapping your foot or hurry up, or getting aggressive is not the way to go in a gym. Particularly if, for example, you've got someone who's more experienced on the equipment. What I would suggest, if you can, if you've got someone who is quite experienced on the equipment, is to say to them, do you mind if I watch? And they will probably be quite flattered that you are wanting to watch them train. So, that's a really good point. The other thing I would say on that is that if it's, for example, a woman who's training and you're waiting, don't use that as an excuse to check her out on the equipment. That is really, really bad form. Let her do her thing and then come. And also don't try and barge in on the equipment. I can't tell you the number of times I've had men come and barefacedly try to steal my dumbbells while I'm training. Now, as you can imagine, I'm having none of that in the gym, generally, because I'm more experienced than they are. So if they do that, I tend to go straight over to their bench and say, I think you've taken something I was using, and take it back. And they don't tend to do it the second time. So if you're a guy watching this, the fact that a woman is using the equipment does not mean that you have a right either to push in or breathe down her neck or check her out when she's training. Give her space, let her do her thing, and then when she's finished, she will obviously give the equipment to you. So the first point, as I said, is about taking your turn. The second point I wanted to talk about was generally about tidying up and not leaving a big mess. I've done an introductory video about using the Smith machine, which is a big frame machine that you see for things like squats. And the etiquette, which I mentioned in that video, was that when you have finished on the Smith, that you what they call clean the bar, which means that you take all the discs off the bar. No one should have to tidy up after you, so have to lift discs off the bar because you've left them there. So the etiquette is that you clean the bar before you leave the piece of equipment, so take all the weights off. If you are quite tall, the other etiquette is to move the bar down before you leave. If, like me, I'm 5'1" and a bit, if the bar is left too high, I have to get a bench over or jump to try and get the bar down, which is just silly. So when you leave, if you are 5'10" and up, just bring the bar down slightly so that everyone can reach it to put plates back on and also to just start their exercise. If you have moved a bench out of the way from a Smith, for example, because you're doing something without a bench, but the bench was there in the first place, put the bench back. The general rule is, if you've had to move any equipment around away from where it's normally stands in order to do your exercise, put things back the way they were. If you've used plates, for example, been doing drop sets, please put the plates back. The same goes if you've been doing multiple sets of dumbbells, put the dumbbells back, and please put the dumbbells back in the weight order. In the commercial gym that I own, what drives me mad is people putting weights back in the wrong order. If you want to train and you like training, and particularly want to do supersets or massive sets, you're looking to get combinations of weights together. You don't want to be wasting time hunting for the right weights or one of a set because one is missing. put the weights back in pairs and start from light to heavy, going from left to right, top to bottom in a weight rack. That is, you know, a discipline that you need to get into, and it also means the owners aren't constantly having to go around and tidy up after you. I don't see why we should have to do that. It's about respect for the gym, respect for the gym owner. So we're talking here about being tidy. The last thing I wanted to say on etiquette was around general politeness. There can be quite a lot of sort of, you know, ram-like, you know, stag-like behaviour that goes on, but in gym, you know, people jostling for benches, jostling for equipment. I've said in one of my leg videos that where I give exercises that use free weights, I do that deliberately so that if you can't get onto a machine you want to get onto, you have an alternative exercise to do. If it's a busy gym, if there's someone else on the equipment, if they're going to be a while, rather than standing breathing down their neck waiting for them to finish, go off and do your own exercise with a free weight first. If you do that, you take the pressure off and you avoid a confrontation. Inevitably there may be some confrontation in the gym, but you don't need to be the cause of it, and you need to really back off if there is any. It's really, really important that I think that you have a positive atmosphere, because the gym should be for all. So that's what I've got to say on etiquette. I hope you'll be, you know, Mr. Class in the gym, and you'll actually show others how to behave really well. If you've got comments on this video, then please post them below. We'd love to hear from you. Also, either like or not like, that's up to you. And please subscribe. It's lovely to have you along. It's always a privilege to take your time when you watch these videos. I really appreciate that. I hope I give basic good advice in relation to the gym and fitness. I'm Catherine Turner. I'm with 3Ps. If you want to reach us on Facebook, we are at www.facebook.com/3psmedia. You can also reach us on the internet. We're at www.3pspublishing.com. There's a free book giveaway on that site. It's at www.3pspublishing.com/alcohol-free book, so alcohol-free drinks, and that is a book, as you would say, about an alcohol-free lifestyle, and it's really good if you're serious about training to have a few days off a week when you're not drinking alcohol. So it supports our nutrition message. So thanks so much for watching. Hope it's been helpful, and have a great day. Bye.